Oh, good afternoon, good evening, good morning and welcome. It's Nurse Richard the Wax Wizard. Thank you for joining me. It's a compilation today of relatively straightforward procedures. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ears in this for you today. And there's not a lot to tell you about them. They're all pretty routine. The first two were pretty narrow ears, but came out pretty easy, big chunks too. The second two, I can't remember anything about them now. Oh yeah, they were really, really quick. That quick you felt like a fraud because he was literally sat in the chair for about 2 minutes. And the last one is a gentleman, an elderly gentleman who'd been in the habit of cotton buds throughout all his life, and it's finally caught up with him. And he's got a weird square shaped ear canal as well, so I think you'll enjoy that. Oh, look at the size of this thing that's came out. I think one of them I dropped as well. I can't remember which one it might be. It might be the last one. I've not done that for a while, to be fair. It used to be my party piece, that, as I'm pulling it out of someone's ear. But it's not firmly attached to the suction tube. It's not uncommon for it to drop off. Now, more often than not, it'll fall in there. But very, very, very rarely it can just drop off, roll down someone's shoulder. I've had a few that's gone down ladies' tops. I've not been in for it. I'll let them go and get that. But let me tell you about some other stuff. If you've never watched my channel before, there's plenty of other channels where you go for the medical knowledge and all that palaver. I'll do a bit of it on here because obviously I'm a nurse. I know a thing or two about lots of things, but we like to keep things a bit more light-hearted here and have a chat about other stuff. I know you regulars will know this already. Tend to drift off on tangents. But there's quite a bit that's gone on especially this last couple of days. So if I sound a little hoarse and look a little bleary-eyed, I may well put a filter on to get that rid of. No, not really. I was out very late last night, and it was a school night. It's Friday today, Chippity Day. But I was out last night. As some of you all know, I was a musician in a former life, and my dad still does it at the grand old age of, is he 70, 75, 76 now? Quick maths, yeah, 76. He still goes out and does it. He was a musician all his life, kind of where I get it from. And every now and then I go and help him out with his band. And I said I'd join them for a little gig last night that we did in Liverpool. It was like a charity concert with all these... a lot of the old boys, and my God, they're all still talented. So they're like full bands, they're doing all the old Beatles covers, but they were all boys who were there back in the day, in the 60s and 70s. And bless them, some of them going out at the grand old age of 80, mid-80s, still going out and rocking it. And it was really cool to see in this little social club. And even the old boys and ladies were doing their old rockabilly dancing. There was even some fella in some what are they called? I want to say brothel sneakers, something like that. Anyway, they have these shoes, these platform shoes. I think that's what they call them, or some people call them rockabilly shoes. They're about like this thick. It's very impressive. Some of the moves that they can still do, fair play to them. Fair play. But if that's why I'm a bit hoarse, that's why. I usually play the guitar or the bass or the piano with him, but last night I was playing the cajon with him. If you're wondering what that is, it's like a wooden box that you sit on. So it's like percussion. You basically slap it like that. You sit on it and you slap it in between your legs. If that sounds wrong, you know what I mean. Go and look it up. And they have like a bass stomp pedal in one foot and a tambourine attached to the other foot. It's got a bit like them one-man bands that you see doing a bit of everything with every limb, and that was good fun. But I've woken up with really sore hands. They're really killing me from slapping this thing for an hour. So much so that my hands swelled up and I've had to take my wedding ring off, which I'm really superstitious about. I've still got it with me, don't worry. I'm still married, last time I checked. But it really swelled up. I think I am getting a bit of arthritis anyway in my fingers. Hopefully I can still keep doing this for a good few years before it takes over, because it does run in the family. So that might explain why I'm a little bit hoarse. And I was up at the crack of dawn this morning. Dawn's not somebody that I know. It's just an expression, obviously, because I was taking one of the dogs to the vets She just got out of surgery. She's fine, so don't panic. But it's our Penny. She's 7 now. And I'll spare you the details. She had this condition, what's it called, if particularly grim? Pyometra. It's where they get an infection of their uterus, the womb. And it does create this horrific discharge, which, I mean, I've smelled some things as a nurse, but my God, this stuff, it was horrific. It went right up your nose and tickled it, and it's like, whoa, get out of there. It was awful. But anyway, they managed to rush her in the next day, so she's literally just had a womb out. So no more puppies, but a boyfriend, Ralph, he had his nuts off a while ago, so that was never going to happen anyway. But the vets just called me, and they're absolutely fine. So there's no need to panic there, guys. I have been told off on the last couple of videos that we didn't get dad joke of the day in. Again, if you've not watched the channel, there's only so much you can say about this, so we decided to, every now and then, I'll dig into my splendid array of dad jokes. Being the dad of 3, that's my job, to embarrass the children with spectacularly awful dad jokes. I should have asked my dad to give us some granddad jokes, because they're even worse. But I mostly have a few of my own. I've nearly exhausted all of them that I know, so I've got a book. But I do remember one of my own that came back to me last night, and I told it to my mum and dad because they were out with me. And my mum just put her head around like that. I can't believe you're telling me that joke in front of your parents. Anyway, there was, if I can remember it now, 2 eggs boiling in a pan, and one egg says to the other egg, "Whoa, you've got a huge crack." And the other egg says, "Well, don't tease me, I'm not even hard yet." It's a good one, that. And yeah, I told that to my 76-year-old parents. Dad thought it was hilarious. Mum just cringed. Let's have a couple more from the book. Because like I said, I've pretty much run out of all the ones. I've used them all up on the channel. I stepped on some cornflakes this morning. Guess I'm a serial killer. Oh dear. I heard Prague is cool. You should check it out. Pretty good geography joke for you there. Let's have a look. What is the biggest pan in the world? Japan. Look at this square here, canal. Very bizarre, isn't it? It's just where that little corner is there. It's just made it look a bit square. Right, let's have one more before I save you from any more of these, because you probably already had enough of them. Out of all animals, which one is the least interesting? A boar. Belting. Right, I hope you enjoyed that anyway, and thanks for watching as ever. I'll be back with some more interesting procedures, because I've had so many weird and wonderful ones. So coming up in the next couple, I think there's going to be a really nasty one, a probable, almost definite cholesteatoma. So I think you're going to enjoy that when I get time to upload it, but I promise I will do as soon as I can. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. But for now, take care of yourselves, and I will see you later. Ta-da.